an internal working conditions survey conducted by junior analysts at the mega investment bank Goldman Sachs that was set out to assess the overall job satisfaction of junior analysts was circulated on Twitter yesterday. And the major takeaway, guys, in my opinion, is that they surveyed some clueless, whiny pussies. It's just some real pussies over here. And I'm going to tell you,
Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, the Goldman Sachs.
You don't say that like white collar bankers are a little bit like upper crust and maybe expect the finer things in life.
I'm not saying that necessarily. What I'm saying, it's more of a generational thing. Well, these guys are brand new. They're the newest guys at the company, and this survey features 13 of them. They interviewed 13 of them, all soft, all banking analysts who are entry level positions, complaining about 100-hour work weeks, quote, inhumane conditions, quote, abuse from their higher ups. So these are some of the things.
They had a bunch of Bubbas as their bosses.
Oh my God.
You know, they're entry level, but they're making like $300K.
Well, the investment bankers are the floor is high.
Yes,
the floor is so high, and the bonuses at the end of the year are so high.
Right. It's more like $150K for your first year, but then again, like, show me a fucking job you can get $150K for out of college,
and a $50K bonus.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. So a little background for those of you guys who don't know. Let me tell you about Goldman Sachs. So they're top 8 investment banks in the world, and when you hear people talking about the 1%, like the rich folks, they're not talking about your rich buddy whose dad has a timeshare on a small jet. No, they're talking about these guys. These guys have all of the money in the world. They're the same guys who fucked the little guy so hard and for so long that in 2008 they collapsed the greatest economy in the world and then got bailed out by the taxpayers.
Oh, sorry.
Happened to be the little guy they fucked in the first place. It's like sending your rapist a thank you note.
You're talking about the real estate bubble and stuff.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about every time there's a horrible economic collapse and we just bail out all the giant companies and brokerage firms and banks. Yeah. I mean, like what's probably going to happen again, like shortly, probably.
Yes. Right.
Yes,
so,
like that will. Yeah.
Understood though. You know, these guys, this is a certain type of job. It's the type of job where it's a certain
type of job where you love just taking advantage of the fact that there's no restrictions on the market and that
and you just own it.
Want with money in the United States.
Right. So anyway, guys, if you're smart and you're connected and you're lucky enough to get a job at one of these investment banks and you're able to stick it out, you're on a path that could make you among the richest 1% of the people in all of the people, just people, period, which is insane. There's no other opportunity like it, like none. And guess what? It fucking sucks, like hard. But to put a little context, as Mark said earlier, first year analyst, $150K a year. What?
You know what they're doing, Pat? They're trying to like weed the people out. If you can't deal with 100-hour work weeks for like 2 to 3 years and then it gets better,
how are you going to do it for 50?
No, because it gets better. They do less when they get higher up. It's how are you going to not tattle to a journalist about the human sacrificing and shit going on and like the horrible sex fantasies on islands when you go with Epstein and stuff.
That's a good point.
They're trying to weed out losers and pussies, Pat. So
100% Mark, because guess what? Not everyone can be fucking rich.
Stuff like human rights and all those kinds of things.
Well, let's get into how bad it is, right? So how bad is it, right? So here's some select quotes from the pussies and key takeaways from the surveys. And keep in mind, guys, this is a survey created by the newest guys at the company that no one asked for, that they interviewed the newest guys at the company, and then they circulated it. So it was a real pussy cry fest altogether from the newest guys. Here's one quote. The sleep deprivation, the treatment by senior bankers, the mental and physical stress. I've been through foster care, and this is arguably worse. And to me, it sounds like you got super lucky with your foster care experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, now they're going to call you an orphan at the office.
Exactly. Go back to foster care. Here's the next one. Quote. Being unemployed is less frightening to me than what my body might succumb to if I keep up this lifestyle. That sounds like someone who's never been unemployed with a family. Fuck you, you 24-year-old rich asshole. This next one is a takeaway, guys. So this was a slide titled Hours Worked, and it reads, quote, if working conditions do not change in the next 6 months, most first-year analysts say that they are unlikely to stay at Goldman Sachs.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's the fucking point.
That's the whole point, you fucking loser.
Right. Yeah. For some smart guys, these guys are fucking dumb, bro. All right. Here's another quote. What's not okay to me is the 110 and 100. Bubba, you can kill this graphic. What's not okay to me is the 110 and 120 hours over the course of a week. The math is simple. That leaves 4 hours a day for eating, sleeping, showering, bathroom, and general transition time. This is beyond the level of hard working. This is inhuman abuse. Well, why the fuck did you go into investment banking then, dickhead?
Agree. You should know the end game, like Mark's talking about.
People don't. There's a clear end game, which you're told when you go into this, that you have like 2 to 3 years of this hell, and you did, like you said, Pat, you didn't stumble in this. You went to school for this. You did internships for this. You used all of your connections and all of your resources, and you fucking fought and clawed to get at this goddamn place. And
but it's hard.
And then it's too hard for you. You fucking pussies.
It's like they're trading 3 or 4 years of their lives so that they can potentially retire at their 10-year anniversary. Oh, what's the fucking trade, you dumbasses? You fucking idiots.
Look,
you chose a job that is only about money. This job is only, you chose the job that's just money. And you're complaining because it's hard.
Because sell coke to a lot of these people. Yeah,
it's true. I mean, if you don't understand what the dollar is all about, you probably shouldn't get into banking. Right?
Yeah, and we're not saying that everyone should get into Goldman Sachs if they can, but if that was your mindset for like multiple years and you get in, then get more addicted to Adderall than you were.
What do you think? What do you think they're going to make you do once you get past the trading phase? They're going to make you like go shut down companies, fire 1,000 people at a time.
Yes, exactly.
They're going to make you do all kinds of crazy shit.
Literally shut down companies.
Yeah, you're going to be like a hatchet man. So like you're going to be ruining people's lives, taking away their fucking pensions. You think that it's going to stop? You think you're going to stop having to do hard shit that's like morally reprehensible to make a buck after your fucking first year?
We have a friend of the program that we went to school with, all of us, and he got through it, and he's making tons of money. He's very, very successful, very intelligent, and he said like during the early years, him and his junior people, they'd be like giving presentations to the senior people or whatever, or like a client, and like boom, people would pass out like during the presentation that they were giving because they were so exhausted, and someone would just like grab the mouse and like just start clicking and like take over the presentation.
Yeah, but he's not a pussy. He made it through. He didn't pass out.
He's working. He's working definitely a lot of hours, but much less hours.
Dude, it's like you ask these kids, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And if the answer is money, then go be an investment banker.
Exactly. But you got to be willing. You got to be willing to do what it takes. You have to be willing to set certain things aside that you might not be comfortable with, like in your mind.
It's like a guy wants
that money.
It's like a guy that wants to play football, but then he gets hit once and he quits.
Yeah, right. Like you don't like contact.
Well, then why'd you play football?
If you stick it out for 10 years, stick it out for 10 years, then you could make per year more than all 4 of us make in a year.
And you could make a difference potentially with your money. Like if you wanted, then if you grow a conscience or whatever, like you could spend all your money doing good things,
or you could just race to be the richest person in the world, like I think a lot of these guys are doing.
When you have that much money, you do whatever you want.
Anyway, I'm sure these soft pussy surveys went over really well when it started circulating internally. The new guys, but hey guys, it wasn't just complaints. The newest guys at the company also came up with some solutions to make their lives and jobs easier. Here is one quote: "The Friday night 9 p.m. policy and Saturday policy need to be respected. Junior bankers should not be expected to do any work after 9 p.m. Friday or all day Saturday without a pre-approved exemption. And that is to only safeguard personal time that we get. It's our only personal time." Fuck you.
They don't understand it.
These people suck that wrote this thing.
And finally, this one will resonate with farmers. They suggested putting a cap, 80 hours a week, not 1 hour more. You know how much farmers make a year? Maybe 75 grand. You know how much they work? 80 hours a week, you dickheads. You fucking spoiled bitches.
You guys chose this. It's not going to change because your stupid little survey seminar or whatever. Like, nice job, Jerry Maguire's. Not gonna fix anything.
I mean, isn't that anti of what the whole entire banking industry is about?
It's about capitalism, right?
Capitalism, moving fast and making money at any time.
It's not communism. You don't work 40 hours a week. There are tons of jobs where you work 40 hours a week.
So
like
counter
the federal government, but
it's so counter to the entire mindset of the actual like industry.
It's not going to change in that industry.
Yeah. They're handing the new guy a $1 million opportunity, and they're razzing him a little bit before he gets to cash it in. Can you believe it?
It's a hazing period. It's just
This is going to be an example. This whole thing is going to be an example for future hires. Like, if you do this, you're out.
Yeah.
For
like,
sure.
Legally, they're probably gonna like be like, oh, and tell us if you're having problems. But then you just get, I mean, as soon as you say like you're having problems, you're just done.
They're gonna have to do
They pretend like they care.
A whole new vetting process of hiring to see like how pussy the people they're hiring are.
Because like these banks have to dance a line, probably like HR wise, they can't just straight up tell you that you're just never gonna make it. And that like I don't know how they do it.
They should go to the border and get some of these child immigrants who will definitely definitely work hard and get them to like take
Kid City.
Yeah, they need to go to Kid City and start recruiting some of these kids.
It's like signing up for the army and then complaining privately that they made you kill someone.
Yeah.
The amount of sit-ups and push-ups are inhandleable.
The United States government made me kill someone.
Yeah,
that's because you joined the army, man.
Yeah, no, that's not okay. Don't write that. Just get out. Just quit, and which is fine if it's not for you, quit. But don't write that fucking memo.